Hello there. Okay, so I was painting, hence why I'm wearing this. I'm not gonna take it off because I kind of like it. I like the vibes, man. Oh, you can. Why is that always my go-to? Oh my lord. Oh lord. Mind me while I'm trying to figure this out. Okay. Sorry. I watch a lot of Bronwyn's tarot. I like her accent. And so I was joking that maybe I should do an accent in mine. I mean, I guess I have an accent. I'm American, so I'm an American. And my specific accent is Pennsylvania. It's Appalachian. Anyway, enough about me. Okay, hi guys. So today's reading came out like very clearly, which I'm gonna blame on the full moon, but it was very direct. Where did I write it down? I heard specifically 3 piles. We've got un, deux, trois, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then your spirit guides are like, what should you be focusing on today? It was very specific with today because I was like, okay, well, what about this month? They're like, no, today. Today. I'm already like, I instantly got a song stuck in my head that I haven't heard in a long time. And it's this one specific spot. And it's for pile 1, so I'll wait for that. I just was called to that. I am finding it really interesting. I gotta call this out. The past 2 readings I've done, Scorpion has come up in the spot of the second deck every single time. So I'm very curious whose energy I'm reading for that keeps popping up every time I'm reading, because it just seems like it's the same energy. Oh, I'm seeing a floater. What's up? And then I just got yeah, see, now I'm tuning into every single energy right now, and I gotta wait. Okay, you gotta pick your card first. Okay, so here's the picture, and go ahead and take a moment, breathe in, and on the release, point to the one that feels you're pulled towards. I find it easier to on and exhale because you're often led to whichever one is relevant for you. That's how I do it. It works for me. So if you want to try that again, let's do it again. Ready? A breath in. And which deck are you called to? Okay. All right, so I look forward to seeing you in the pile. Check the timestamps in the description. And yeah, okay, let's chat. Okay, bye. Okay, hello pile number 1. I'm excited to read your energy and get into, I just was gonna say the gossip. I'm a Snoopy Suze, but no, for real. I've had this song keeps coming out strong. Song is strong for this deck. So if you picked pile numero 1, your card is the Dragonfly in reverse. And oh my goodness, I love this already. Lots of reversals already though. Oh, this makes so much sense. I also, okay, let me figure out. Look, there's your 1. No. 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 Maybe. Okay, pile number 1. Nice to see you. Hello. I do, right off the bat, like this energy a little bit. It's kind of playful, it's kind of flirty, just so you know. And I am seeing a lot of heart-related cards out here. There's a lot of flying, and I'm getting this movement with you. So I'm feeling like you're kind of like distracted or pulled in different directions right off the bat. And now the song, okay, first I'm going to show you. Malachite was coming out strong for you. And when I picked a physical crystal, you instantly were right to the green. heart chakra. So I'm already pulling, like, there's a little bit of flirtiness. There's like a, I just heard dissatisfaction in love. So let's go with that. I won't judge it too much, but I'm seeing a lot of, we have the bee in reverse, we have the dragonfly in reverse. And those are kind of symbols of, like, when they're upright, you know, they're flying, they're happy, they're jaunty, but they're in reverse. So you're feeling held back for one reason or another. And I just heard, I can't get no satisfaction to when but it's like a hopeful vibe. I'm pulling a hopeful, like, it's a good vibe. It's just like a frustrated, yeah, I'm getting, like, holding yourself back, like you want to say something, damn it. Like, there's a bit of that. Maybe you're sexually frustrated. Let's talk about it. Birds and the bees, who knows. Anything else I should be reading for them? Yeah, tell them about, I pulled a Reiki card for you, and it says attract more good. If you want to attract more good into your life, you need to adopt an attitude of gratitude. One of the good things about developing the habit of being grateful is that you will naturally begin to feel more joyful and less concerned about what you haven't got. I just like that last part because I was just, I can't get no satisfaction. Okay, but the first song that I heard, like, clear as day, before I even picked all of the decks or all of the piles, was this one song by the Diddy Bops, and it's this one section, and it goes, I saw an educated girl, give her hair a twirl, contemplate the meaning of a dun 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 dun. And that's where I was getting a bit of, like, the flirtiness. But there's, like, this dim-witted, I don't want to say that, because, like, naive, blatant idiocracy. What? Help me. That can't be right. I can't be insulting my people. Oh, okay. They're like, yeah, no, you guys are being idiots. That is not fair. Spirit guides. Are your spirit guides frustrated for you? Yes. They're like, girl, you've got so much to be grateful for. Oh, I feel affronted on your behalf. Like, dang, okay. All right. Yeah, so your spirit guides are like, they came in clear. They're like, tell this person they're being an idiot. Oh, you've got so much to be grateful. I just think that's so, I think it's funny. I'm sorry. I don't know who your spirit guides are, but, like, I do like their energy. Or this one in particular. They're like, it's just like, it's very direct. It's very like, look, okay, come on. All right, get out there, team. Like, there's like a coaching kind of energy coming through. But they're like, stop being an idiot. Look at that. Okay, you know, it reminds me of Bridesmaids. The scene where Megan is beating up, like, Annie on her couch and being like, you're your own worst enemy, Annie, but you're also your, oh, I forget what she says. But she gives her, like, the sage advice after she's kind of, like, making her beat herself up and being like, you're stopping yourself, you know? And my mom used to say when I was younger, you're cutting off your nose to spite your face. And so you might be you might be pulling in energies. And one is, like, frustrated and you're mad about something, perhaps. They're mad on the I don't know what just happened there. I lost my words, and then I was like, okay, I'm just going to go to a grounding sensation. And then I'm just hearing, saw an educated girl, give her hair a twirl, contemplate the meaning, dun 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 dun. And then I'm going back to the drum beat. Okay, so maybe I'm going back to heart. Oh yeah, because I'm being led to green again. yeah, so oh, shoot, I already forgot what I was saying though. Okay. You're not listening to your heart. They want you to listen to your heart. Forget your mind. But that feels like the opposite of what I was singing. We want you to let them know that they're doing a good job. Just get out of their own way. That's what I just heard. Stop being a trifling fool. Who is this? What is popping through? Who is? Can I pick tarot cards, please? I like this. I like your spirit guides. I don't understand the trifle and fool part. They're calling you an idiot and a trifle and fool. They're calling you all kinds of words. They're not very nice. They're nice though. They're like being tough love. Okay. So help me, your spirit guides. What should you be focusing on today? Specifically today. They were very... Eight of Swords. Would you like me to keep pulling or just read that one? Okay. Okay, I'm getting the trifling fool. Stop being a trifling fool. Oh. Are you just whoosing it up? I don't think they say that. Are you ho-bang it up? Are you whoring it up? Are you in your fancy gal stage of life? You know? Is it one of those things? Saw an educated girl, give her hair a twirl. Okay, I'm gonna read for Dragonfly, and then I'll read these cards. Where you at? Where'd I put you? Oh, you're hiding. And then I'm still seeing the drum beat. I don't. Help me. Help me. Help me. Contemplate the meaning of a man just done. Oh, I just went to Dragonfly, so I'm going to read that one first. Okay, Dragonfly in reverse. You can't concentrate, busy mind. That would make sense because I was also feeling pulled and being like, what was I saying? Huh? So, yeah, that's fair. And this says, when in balance, it sees clearly, it's joyful and magical. So the dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder in all. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Are they restless or still? Dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of wisdom can shine through. So even though, like, remember I was getting confused. I was like, but is that? So maybe you're really struggling with your intuition and figuring out which is true for you. And you're questioning it because, like, you are usually considering yourself a logical girl or guy. You know, like I'm reading for both here. Or all. And maybe there's a fear of if you listen to your heart and you are led by you in your intuition, you might get hurt, and you might look like a fool. So maybe you're actually calling yourself an idiot and a trifling fool because you want someone, and you're judging yourself on that. Like maybe you're busy calling yourself like a whore or something, and you're calling yourself an idiot. But I am getting the sense that your spirit guides are coming in strong and being like, just snap out of it, please. Like you've got so many great things around you right now. You don't need to overthink this right now. Like just go with the flow. Get in that flow, get in that intuition, and just get in the good vibes. Soak up the good vibes because it is around you. And so, like, do not get distracted by those thoughts of, but what if, or the thoughts of, I'm not enough, or the thoughts of, I could do better? Can I do better? Maybe, should I do better? I think that's it. Should I do better? I want to do better. The I want to do better is great. Help me with this. It is its own form of addiction. Sorry, I was pointing directly to the devil. It is like that thought. Okay, let's get into hustle culture for a second. So if you're a smarty pants, like legit, like you value your mind, you don't want to be seen as stupid, things like that. But you come up to an opportunity that doesn't seem logical, but it feels right and it feels good. It feels good is what I just clearly heard. There's like this essence of allowing yourself to feel good. And the devil popping out. Should I read? Yes. Let me read it first. I'm aware a bit of the devil. The devil. Some educated girl, give her hair a twirl. Okay, the devil shows you that the problems that constrain you are an illusion. Yes, we love that. The binding is of your own. It is time to ask yourself what it is that holds you back, and are you truly helpless to change this situation? Upright, it stands for addiction, obsession, control, and materialism. And yeah, I was definitely pulling out a lot of this control aspect of like, okay, the mind, when you, okay, all right, give me a second, because like it has its place. Mind over matter. Okay. So there's like this whole mind over matter mentality, like hustle culture, consistency, get it done, discipline, just do it, that kind of energy. And I feel like that energy in your vibes is it's pushing you into a state where you're not able to receive because you're just pushing your narrative, kind of like pushing through, and you're not listening, you're not taking a moment to wait, reflect and go, listen, like what is your heart saying, what is your spirit saying? You're just like, no, I'm doing this, I'm doing it, I'm supposed to do this thing, I'm gonna do the thing. I could go on a whole tangent about how like sometimes that stems from childhood where your parents are either, it's kind of like this all or nothing. There's like a no tolerance policy, essentially. Like, worst case scenario, sorry I'm bringing this up, but I just watched the documentary about Jodie, I forget the last name, but her and Ruby Frankie. And she kind of got this mentality, Jodie. She's a therapist and like the poor abused children. Okay, so like that's what we're talking about here. So that's why I'm like bringing this up. I'm not saying that's happening to you. I'm just using this as an example. But she had gotten in such a state of her delusion that she thought the devil was in these children just because they were probably acting like kids and they were being disobedient. And that was a sign of the devil, like literally. Ugh, which is terrifying to think that someone can get to that state, but it happens. It happens in so many different areas. Like it happens in so many different kinds of cults, so many different kinds of political leanings in any country. Okay? It's like a zealite. And it can also be like caused by low key, no one diagnosed them schizophrenia, but it's applied to certain areas like the obsession or addiction at first is in an area that's socially acceptable and might even be considered like a thought leader, And so it's really easy to kind of like get in. Oh my God. See, I knew I could go on about this. It's fascinating though. I just keep thinking of, I think it's Flowbots. Oh my God. I don't know if it's Flowbots. Oh my God. But there's a song called Bicycle. Handlebars. Oh my gosh. But it goes, I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. I used to have this kind of memorized and I learned it on ukulele. Okay, let's see if I can remember the rap. Look at me, hands in the air and it's good to be alive and I'm a famous rapper. Da, da, da. Okay, but I can focus. It all starts where the person's just like, they feel really great that they can ride a bicycle with no handlebars. And then the next verse, all of a sudden they're getting recognized as like a famous rapper. And so they're getting more significance. And then the end of it, no spoiler alert, really powerful song. Very applicable to so many different, just like, oh my gosh, I highly recommend it. But in the end, it talks about like a political leader who realizes they have the power to drop bombs on other countries. And so like, if you are so consumed with your mind and the materialism was popping out here, this like, and I am getting like a lot of like worker mentality of like need to push forward, even though part of you is like, wait, come on, but look at all this. Look what's around you. So I'm getting that. So sorry to bring out these extremisms. Maybe that applies for someone out there. You might clearly be dealing with an addiction of some form. I say that because like there's a bee, there's a dragonfly, they're in reverse, they're flying, they get high. Hey. So yeah. And personal note, I overcame kind of addictions, like an eating disorder. I've had OCD my entire life, so I know what it feels like to get lost in your mind, especially based on obsessive thoughts. So it's a journey to really, I'm not saying I'm fully there either, so hear me out. I'm not saying I'm an expert or anything, but I at least have that self-awareness to know, you know, I could tune in to my heart a little bit more. So you could tune into your heart a little bit more. I'm also I keep hearing this money thing. Give me a second, because I'm pulling in different energies. Take it as it applies. It could be romance. It could be just abundance of wealth as well. Make sure it's balanced though. That's very important. Like, don't restrict yourself. Moderation. But make sure it's balanced. Like, make sure it like really connects with your spirit and what you want and what you need or stuff like that. Saw an educated girl, give her hair a twirl. So I'm seeing this daydreaming now. So perhaps there's this lost in daydreaming for some of you. And for other of you, there might be a denial of daydreaming. I am getting kind of two energies here. I'm getting a very masculine energy of pushing forward regardless, which is like out of balance masculinity. And then I'm also getting this femininity, which is just like, open and receiving to all these thoughts and ideas, but it's not actually applying them to the real world. So is there a collective message? Read about the Eight of Swords. Okay. I am reading about the Eight of Swords. It's upright. It says isolation, imprisonment, disappointment, and trapped. Oof. And I just saw 2111. This is one particular energy where, because I'm still hearing that, saw an educated girl, give her hair a twirl, contemplate the meaning of land. Dun, dun, dun. And I'm getting this energy, like I'm pulled back into the bridesmaids scene, where it's just kind of, there's like a sense of wallowing a little bit, or like you're afraid to, like this is a softer energy, like it came through very clearly as soon as I read this card. So this is only some of you out there, but it's like it's a softer energy, it's pulled back. Like I'm actually getting like really quiet with that. And it's just like, okay. And then I just embody this, like, I kind of like you. I kind of like you. So there's like a shy girl energy that just popped through. And maybe that's why spirit guides are coming in strong and being like, snap out of it. Come on, you. They don't want to like jolt you full of energy to move forward. Like your good vibes, like go with it. Follow your heart. Saw an educated girl, give your hair a twirl. And then I wanted to sing that even louder. Saw an educated girl, give her hair a twirl. Okay, can I move forward? Are we done with season one? What is happening? Are we done with season one? Oh my gosh, what happens at the cliffhanger? Is there a cliffhanger? I'm getting weird now. Anything else? Okay. It wants me to focus again. It says, what should you be focusing on today? And it gave me the devil again. And it was like, but now it's in reverse. I don't know. I gotta read it in reverse. Diverse? Diverse? That sounded like divorce. Oh. Some of you might be married and you might be like, in like a dissatisfied relationship. Diverse. All right, so let's check this out. Okay, so in reverse, detachment, freedom, awareness, and vulnerability. So this sounds like it's like the advice. So this is your energy. You're feeling trapped. You're feeling all of this. You're feeling addicted and obsessed and like you can't get your mind off of this thing. And the answer is detach. Anything else? Any other answer? Vulnerability. Love that for you. Yeah, connect with your heart. Been saying it, okay? I mean, this is a really lovely energy. I'm just letting you know. And I know I brought up like big topics and stuff as examples. Pardon me. But like I do get this really beautiful energy of following your heart, opening up your spirit, just going into the flow, building up trust. I just heard a baby cry. There are no babies here. Inner child wound. Oh, I didn't even read for the B. All right, never mind. You guys are getting a longer one. JK kidding. This isn't my energy, by the way. This is your energy, by the way. B, in reverse, overworked and annoyed. Yeah. Okay, for the most part, they have bustling, joyous personalities until they're too tired from all the work. Then they gripe and then sting. Solid educated girl, give her hair a twirl. Okay, what am I doing with it? Contemplate the meaning. I'm still not quite understanding this song. Why is it coming through? I'm not getting anything. Okay. It was pulling me towards my painting and stuff. And so maybe there's like, and I just heard snap out of it again. Okay. So instead of just sitting around and getting like lost in your thoughts and overwhelmed and annoyed and all of this, consider finding something that gets you into a state of flow. And for me personally, that's painting. That's one of my outlets, at least. And I think that song keeps replaying and it's like, solid educated girl, give her hair a twirl. Is you're just like, you're just and you're not materializing anything. Can I get a new song? Maybe help me with a new song then. And then I just heard, 'cause we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum. That's the Moulin Rouge version. Don't mind me. Okay. Solid educated girl, give her hair a twirl. So there's a lot of emphasis on like femininity. Open yourself up to receive, but you're kind of doing too much of that. And that's why I'm getting the snap out of it energy. I'm getting the do something. Like it doesn't have to be work. Like maybe you are working too much, but you're still lost in your thoughts, and so you're not getting into this relaxed state. To hinge, baby. Yeah, find your, like, if it's dance, if it's painting, if it's music, find an outlet. Find a new hobby. And then I just saw swimming too. Get in your body flow state. Flow. I think this looks interesting. Okay, all right. Anything else? This is the anything else. Oh my god. I guess these are going to be a little bit longer. I'm judging. Don't mind me. Now I'm reading you. What is going on with words? You were soft spoken at one point. Okay. So, upright. Focus on the breath. Oh, that's great. Yeah, the flow state. Oh, and then I was doing this. Yeah, lots of lung work. And you were like making your voice very small at one point. You need to expand it. You need to take up space. Maybe that's also why I was like called to my painting, because it's huge. It's a huge painting. And maybe you need to do something a little bit bigger. You, only bigger. Okay. Learn to hand jive, baby. That just popped into my head again. Yeah, I'm getting a lot with expressing. Express your gratitude. Find ways. Okay, here I'm giving you, I'm an art therapist practitioner after all, and I'm giving you an assignment. Crap, I already forgot it. My gosh, this must be your energy. Okay. Yeah. Think of 5 things you are grateful for today. Write them down and then do a little doodle of them. Like, I want you to just do a doodle. It can look like a little kid's, because that's even better. Because then it's like your inner child. You're getting into flow. You're supposed to be imperfect, okay? It's not work. This is supposed to be play. Let yourself just get weird. Saw an educated girl, give her hair a twirl. I'm getting a perfectionism with this, which is common in workaholics, okay? Or like people that are like, I must be disciplined, I must show up every day, okay? So I want you to just do that. Snap out of it. Write the 5 things you're grateful for just for today, and focus on those throughout the day. This is what your spirit guides want you to do, which is what should you be focusing on? Being grateful and getting into flow state. And I'm gonna call it a day. No, I'm not, because they still want me to read things. Let's go, Malachite, up to the highest. Actually, no, that's great. It kind of makes sense too. That song always gets stuck in my head. Should I be? And then I just heard "Born to Hand Jive, Baby" again. Oh my goodness. Malachite. Malachite. I know my alphabet. Where are the M's? I know my alphabet. I'm an educated girl. Get it? Born to hand. Okay, see, I found it. Okay. It's time to transform. Is that what it said? Oh, I didn't even read that part. It's time to transform. Get ready for a transformation. You have the inner strength, resolve, and conviction to transform your life for the better. You are capable of so much more than you know. You've come a long way. Don't stop now. Resist anything or anyone that might dissuade you, including any potential self-doubt. You have the power to steer your destiny. Keep moving forward towards the future you want for yourself. See your target and keep going until you reach it. Give yourself the tough love and unfiltered advice you need to achieve all that you are capable of doing. There definitely was tough love coming through this. So, core questions. Are you who you want to be? What are your intentions for yourself? And what areas of your life are ripe for transformation? You can say, I am committed to my transformation. You are grateful. Focus on those. Okay. Am I done? Yes. Yes. You're done. Oh my gosh. It's always so decisive. It's like, yep, we did it. We said the things. You said the things for us. Thank you very much. You have a nice day. Okay. So, pile number 1. That was your reading. Thank you so much for letting me tune into that. So, okay. I'll see you next time, okay? Okay, good vibes. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Pile number 2. Hi, guys. All right, my throat's getting a little tired already, which would make sense for that last pile. Okay, hi. Hi. I'm already feeling the urge to get like weird and witchy, so give me a second. Let's figure out why. Why are we getting weird and witchy? Is that the thumbnail? Okay. I'm cold, so that's why there's this. Ah, yes. Answer me these riddles 3. Okay. All right. So, pile number 2. You had a song, I can't wear this the whole time. It's gonna make me just like not take myself so seriously. Answer me. Oh, yes. Today in the cards. I'm so sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it though. It wants this in though. I mean, it's gorgeous. I'm like, I love it. But it wants this in it. Do I have to wear it? And I just heard, please, sir, I want some more. Is this British energy coming out? All right, maybe no, I can't focus. Okay, I'm gonna put it back up there. Okay, what's going on? What was that about? Okay, so first of all, when I picked these piles, I did get a song that came through for this pile, and it was "You, soldier boy up in the club, Superman." But it was just like this "You, soldier boy," just that part. So I don't know if you're in the military. There's that. Okay, I've got sticky energy, so I need to clear, because I just got that song that I had for the last. There's a lot of emphasis on my hair right now, and my hat. There's a lot of emphasis on my hair and my hat, and because that's why that song just popped into my head again. It was for a different reason, but there's something like give her hair a twirl. Hair, and then the hat, hair, hat, head energy, and then I'm seeing eat a lot, and like remember that song popped in my head, please sir, can I have some more? So there's like this food energy. I feel like I might be talking to people with eating disorders, which would make sense because a lot of my people have eating disorders. Like a lot of them. Now I just heard Danny, Sandy. Yeah, Sandy and Danny. And the specific part was, you gotta shape up, 'cause I need a man, and my heart is set on you. So, take that. Alright, I'm gonna take a moment because this energy feels spiky. It's also a very, well, that would make sense. Okay, to recap. This reading is about what should you be focusing on today. And I'm getting a lot of disjointed energy. Like it's like spiky. It's like a very jolty kind of energy. And it's like and like the last deck was also kind of a jolty, but it was like there's the hopeful and there was like joy with it. This is like a little more mysterious. Which would make sense because this is pile number 2. Your main card was Scorpion. So there's a bit of like this, yeah, that makes sense. There's like a sting to it. There's like a fast, like a whip is the kind of energy. It's like a, so I wonder if that's the trajectory too, is like there's like this, and then all of a sudden you hit your target or something. So you might feel like this wind up in this like tension, but it's leading you somewhere. It is going to get to there. That's like this energy I'm pulled into. Okay, but what should you be focusing on today? You are living. You are living. Being more in touch with your experiences helps you to realize that you are living rather than just existing. And that is one of the benefits of meditation because it allows you to experience and enjoy a feeling of being at one with yourself and with the universe. So maybe there's like you're currently in this wind up And the thing that you want and desire, you're not quite there yet, but you're on the path to it. And I think I'm getting the same, like, this might be for just collective, only it's like slightly through a different, slightly different lens, that you also need to get in a state of flow. And it's saying no. Where am I going? Oh yeah, it wants me to do tarot, but it wants me to use the cat tarot for you. So I love that for us. Oh, also, not yet, it said. They said. Your spirit guides are saying. Okay. Okay. Drop stuff. Oh my god. It's just out of reach. Which is ironic because look what I pulled. It's just out of reach. And there's like the food. What's going on? What you doing? Anything else in here that I need? King of Cups in reverse. Okay. That makes sense. Alright. Okay. Oh, and you got pirate. Pirate, I just said. Pyrite. Let the money flow in. And what was that other one? It said something about just existing. Yeah. Let it just come to you. Yeah, and you know, oh my goodness. Wow. First of all, remember I was saying like the whip and like there's the tension and the pullback and then it lands and you get your target. But then I pulled the King of Wands, which is like on a fishing line, you know, like it's a cat playing with a cat toy, which we'll get into because I feel like there's another symbolism in there. But there's like something, it's like right there. But that too, the action of throwing in a line, a fishing line, and catching what you want or something like that. I keep hearing bait and hook. But then I also said pirate accidentally. And so I'm getting like this, I'm getting this snarky, sneaky energy. There is like, and I said that mysterious mystery was kind of popping out. And then I'm hearing hair. Okay, I'm going to read your tarot here. But yeah, my energy is a little disconnected and kind of all over the place. And it was like that in the last reading too, kind of. But it's just the nature of this topic, which is how do you stay, like what should you be focusing on? And so I'm picking up energy that you're not focused, you know? It makes sense. It checks out. Okay. This was the first one I pulled. It is the, how am I supposed to know what this is? It Pentacles? I think like the food is Pentacles. Yeah, okay, here we go. 4 Pentacles. Upright? Yes, upright. Things are looking stable and secure. Your treats are here and all feels right with the world. Just remember to keep a paw firmly on what's yours. You earned it after all. Interesting. Because I was also saying, so there is a lot with money and abundance, but I did accidentally say pirate. And I don't think that was, like, I don't think that was an accident. And there's like the bait and hook. There's like this string, like there's a give and take energy that's in this. And then there's that, please sir, can I have some more? So there's like this idea of like, I don't think it's tit for tat. I think there's just like perhaps someone, what's the term? Like breadcrumbing, where they say they're going to do something and they like make it sound so great and everything and they're so great, but then they don't do anything. And then you like are like, what are you doing? Why aren't you doing that thing? And they're like, oh no, I'm going to. I'll do that for you, sweetie. Anything. Like there's that kind of energy, but it's like stealing from you. That energy is stealing from you. It's not worth your time to give attention to. But it's so easy to do that because you're like, please, sir, can I have some more? Can I have some energy? Can I have some attention, please? Why won't you give me attention? Feed me, please. But maybe they can't. And they can't because it's the King of Cups in reverse, which is what I was saying. Well, now I'm mad at this energy. Now I'm mad, which I bet you guys are too. whatever energy this is, whoever is doing this to you, or whatever situation feels like it's like push and pull, but you're not getting any satisfaction from, you're not getting any happiness out of it. It might, yeah, they're saying just ignore it. Your spirit guides are saying just like focus on like getting your bag, essentially, is what I just heard. Reeling in what you want. You take a little bit more control of your own life. Don't put it in the hands of someone else. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, cool. I like that for you. I'm feeling that. But there's like I said, it's a jabby energy. There's an annoyance in here. I definitely get that. And I'd be annoyed. I get annoyed anytime I see a King of Cups in reverse, okay? It triggers me personally. I get very frustrated about these unavailable people and their emotions. Because I'm okay. Let's talk about me for a second, okay? So my moon sign is a Cancer, which means, and Cancer is ruled by the moon. So I'm extra moony. I love emotions. I love them. Oh my gosh, I love them so much. They're so lovely. Oh, I love talking about them. I love validating them. I love letting them be. And I love finding ways to express them in healthy ways. Because I'm a little mommy, you know? Like, I love them. I love emotions. I will talk about emotions all day. Okay. And so when I meet a masculine energy that does not connect with their emotions or love them as much as I do, I get very easily frustrated. So I don't know if anyone else is out there. You don't need to be a man. You don't need to be a woman. You don't need to be a Cancer. You don't need to like the moon. I don't know. This could be your energy. You could not be in tune with your own feelings. You could be actively trying to ignore your own feelings. Are you? I was asking for guidance. Altar, gratitude, releasing burdens. Let's read about it. Found it. That was fast. Where'd it go? There it is. Gratitude, releasing burdens. It is important to make time and space for connecting with spirit. In that space, look into your heart for truths. The altar card can help you reflect on your blessings and what you need to express gratitude for. Conversely, look inside for the truth about your challenges. There may be something you need to release to the universe in order to grow and flourish, or a burden you need to surrender so that you can move forward. The altar can help. Take stock of what you are grateful for. Think about what you can offer nature or spirit to share your blessings. What isn't serving you and can be released into the universe for you to move on? And I'm going to tell you what isn't serving you right now. It's whatever this sticky, stingy energy is that keeps taking your good energy. It takes your good juju, whatever is draining you. And I think you know right away. As soon as I was talking about this, I think you know what energy is draining you. I'm feeling very like please sir, I want some more. So like, and it goes back to the Danny and Sandy part, like you gotta shape up or grow up. Da, 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 da. So there's like someone's dangling. Ow, see, you get hurt. Okay, now there's like dangling. I'm getting this energy of like the attachment style, the the anxious attachment style often finds someone who is emotionally unavailable. And there's like this cat and mouse game, which is maybe why they wanted me to pull the cat tarot deck in this regard. And they're like, no, we just like the imagery of this. It matches perfectly. Okay, fine. All right, fine. Anything else? Yeah, see, now it wants me to get a different tarot deck, which I did prepare ahead of time because I feel like I don't do a very good job. What are you? What are you? 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and it's a puppy. Okay, so there's animal energy here. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Let's check that out. I mean, I already kind of get a sense of it. Oh, I went right to it. These cards are very right to it. They're right to the point. They're being direct. There's caution in this reading. Not to worry you or anything, but there is caution in this reading. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Burden, loss, loneliness, and judgment. Okay, so yeah, it comes back to, oh, yeah, I mean, oh, so now I was pulled right to the word loneliness in this regard. And it makes sense because like you're like, please, I want some attention. Please, someone give me some attention. I'll do anything. I'll put on a hat. I'll do a song and dance. I'm kidding. That's not true. I added that because I thought it was funny, but it's not part of the reading. That was just my silly. Release your burdens. It pulled me back to altar. A lot of emphasis on burdens. A lot. So you might be, okay, help me. Meditation. So if you're not sure what's clouding up your energy, definitely take a moment, sit down, and just write out your stresses. Don't linger on them too much. Like the intention of writing them is to release them, okay? So sit down. I gave the first pile a homework assignment. Essentially, I will give pile 2 a homework assignment too, okay? Your assignment is to sit down and to write down the burdens in your life. You're supposed to write down stream of consciousness, which means just don't judge your words. Just write it all out. Like, I'm so pissed off about, I feel so overwhelmed about, get your yucky, angry energy out first. Get your sadness out too, because you were feeling a little bit lonely. Maybe you're homesick. Maybe someone passed away recently, or not even recently. It doesn't need to be recent. Grief is forever, man. So, but just get them out. Let yourself cry if you need to, too, as well. Just cry. Just get it out. And I don't want to say it's okay to be lonely, because it's really not. It can be one of the most hopeless feelings to feel like alone. And that's why so many of us have tried to take our own lives in that. And I'm saying that for myself. I should not be here right now. I am, because people were there. Thank the Lord. Thank them personally. Seriously, I am grateful that people stepped in and took care of me when I was actively trying to just not. Okay? And so I know that there's energy out there, and maybe there's someone out there that really does need to hear this. It bums me out, because like I really wish that we didn't have to suffer so much in certain stages of our lives. Or like, is suffering necessary? I don't know. And so I hate the thought that someone is out there right now like really feeling at that point. But if you are, there is a large community of people that feel the same way as you, and they're just feeling like it by themselves. And I would like to share this one story. When I was in college, there was a friend named Haley, and she was not as close of a friend as she could have been. But my other friend / later turned into my boyfriend, kept trying to bring us together to hang out, because we had similar interests and we were both kind of lonely, and we kind of kept to ourselves, and we struggled with depression. She tried to take her own life when she was in college. She did not succeed. People saved her. I also tried to take my own life in college. It did not succeed. People saved me. Same people. And years after, she did actually succeed. And so she is no longer with us. And I was still in contact with her at the time. We had plans to work on I think I was going to do some graphic design work for her regarding like an acting thing. And instead, a couple weeks later or a month later or something, I was meeting with her husband and holding her 6-month-old baby, who was just smiling in my face, so happy and innocent about the fact that her mom, their mom wasn't there. And it was super impactful. obviously. I think about her. It was one of the most, I don't know how to put it. It was one of the biggest awakenings of like how loneliness and like taking your own life and feeling like a burden, how much that really does affect the people that see you as a light in their lives and no longer have you. And it's 11:11 right now, so I would like to just take a moment to just like think about my past loved ones and the people that have taught me so many like important lessons about like actually living this life now. Because I almost said I was not as respectful as of that life, but I don't think that's fair to me because I was not in a headspace that I could take care of myself at the time. So I am incredibly grateful for the people that helped keep me alive at that time. And any time when I was feeling this hopeful or hopeless. And so I would always put out like a prayer in someone when I started to really recognize my need for connection and like put into practice asking for help. I started, since I was lonely, since I was by myself, to just like speak openly to God, you know, or to whatever was listening, you know, for the highest and best good. I even wrote a song that was called like God Send a Friend, because when you do put those prayers out there, when you do put that intention out there that you want connection and you want love, it is heard. And it might take a moment. Sometimes it's immediate. And the beautiful thing is usually the people that show up are often also praying for you. And it's really beautiful. But it's really easy to not, or to misread the connection and the intention of the connection. I hope this makes sense because it is important. So sometime, and then I just heard Wicked. Okay, maybe that's why the hat. Come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. So just that. Yeah. That got, you know, I mean, there was the energy of stinging, and like there's this like pyrite, and I keep getting this sense of like something was stolen from you, or there was mistrust that was created. There are burdens. It could be trauma, because like it did get very serious. For some of you, it's trauma. For some of you, for most of you, it's trauma. I'm just hearing. I'm not laughing at your trauma. I'm laughing at the fact that they're like, no, most it's trauma. And I read for Scorpion. It feels like every reading, this energy comes out in a new, I wonder who I'm reading for. I wonder who keeps popping back in. But I hope that this message really resonated with you in some way. Am I shutting it down already? It wants you to just, oh my jeez. Sorry, it just hit differently when I read it this time. Your advice was, you are living. Oh my God. And I just talked about like, you know, my days of like trying to take my life, and my friend that took her life, and the regret that I have of not being able to be there for her was very important. It was very, I would say, traumatic. It was eye-opening, because like it made me realize, bruh, that can't happen again. And so I hope that I can like be that voice that like, you matter. I don't care what your freaking burdens were, what you did, what happened to you, what you lived through. I care. I both care deeply about what happened, and I also don't give a shit, because you matter more. You existing, your future matters more. Okay? Like for real. I know I might just be a complete stranger on the internet for you right now. I don't give a shit. Like anything is better than those feelings of trying to take your own life and not exist, because you have no clue how many people you could affect positively and negatively from certain choices. You have no clue, because in your loneliness, in your sadness, in your isolation, it feels like there's no one else. It's a distortion, because there are so many people you don't even know that you touched their lives. And if they heard that you were gone, like I said, I wasn't as close with Haley as I wanted to be. I was too scared. I was too isolated by myself. I wanted connection, but I was like, oh no. But... And so I missed out on that. And she missed out on... And I know it's also like a bit of survivor's guilt. Like, I could have saved her. Okay, I would like to pull... I would like... It's having me... I'm just very quiet right now, but I don't like it. I don't want to sit in this energy anymore. I don't want to be a downer. I'm hearing Wicked for Good song again. And so whatever way our stories could end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship born in its mooring by the wind of the sound, by the dun 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 dun, halfway through the woods. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good. Do, 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 do. It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me was made by what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. Okay, I think I'm like looping there. Sorry. I know, it was soothing. I know, it was fun to sing too. I actually sang that song when I was in high school. I had one of the solo parts, and I got to sing it with one of my closest friends in high school. She was the alto, I was the soprano, and we sang it for our senior graduation breakfast. And so it was very meaningful because, like, you know, we were both really close friends, and we got to sing that song together. It was very nice. Yeah. I once sang it, true story, I once sang that song to an ex-boyfriend as we were breaking up. Like, it was like in good standing. Like, we were both like, yes, let's break up. And so then, oh my God. And so then I broke out that song. And so, just so you know, if you're going through a breakup too, like, there is an amicable way to handle it, even if it does sting. And I was led to the scorpion again. Should I read the scorpion now? Where are we going? Where are we going? I don't understand. Why am I going so far away? Okay, give me a second. Okay, it took me a bit. I couldn't figure out what I was being led to. It wanted me to get the repair kit, and so I was pulled to the word repair. This is kintsugi. It's an art therapy technique. Well, it's not an art therapy technique, excuse me. It's a Japanese technique of if a bowl breaks, kintsugi is the act of piecing it back together with gold. And even though it has this scar and this obvious notation that it's been broken, it's been hurt, it's still shining through, and it's just different now, you know, but it is held together and it's doing okay. And so maybe you need to hear something like that. Like, you can repair this, you can repair yourself, you can heal yourself. Maybe in some instances, whoever I'm talking to, whatever this situation might be, it can be repaired. And maybe you're healing what you need to focus on right now as it's being repaired is that you exist. Like you're existing now. Get yourself out of those thoughts and move forward. Now it wants me to read about pyrite, apparently, because all of a sudden this is in my hand. So here it is. Let the money flow in. Also know that money, it could also just be abundance. I'm just putting that out there. A financial breakthrough is on its way. Put in the time and energy needed to pursue your goals. Hard work pays off. Money and fortune don't always appear in the way you would expect, so keep your eyes open for all the financial opportunities that present themselves to you. You are on the right track. Keep working, keep moving, keep going, and you will reap the rewards. Okay, so is this a different energy or the same? I heard that there were cons and benefits to every situation. That's what I just heard. And perhaps I'm reading for someone who is in a financial bind and is feeling like they lost a lot of money, or their money was stolen from them, or something was taken from them, and they've, maybe there's like a trauma with that. There's a hurt with that, and you don't want to move forward. You don't want to move forward. Oh. What is your definition of success? I would ask that. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passed through the sun. Like a ship moved from its mooring halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good. I could sing that song forever. I feel like I'm always singing for the Scorpions. I'm not sure if it was a Scorpion. You guys must need a lot of like soothing, healing vibes. Wasn't I frustrated at you though? Was this the deck? I was like the King of Cups. I was. I mean, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. All right, remember how I was flippant? I'm going through so many emotions with this deck, or with this pile. Okay, whoever I'm reading for right now, whoever connects with this message, there's a need for soothing and validating of your own feelings, but not getting lost in them, and knowing that you matter, and just moving forward and keep the next right step. That's from Frozen 2. I am lost. But I must go on and do the next right thing, and take the next right step. Okay. I am lost. Yeah, that's a good song too, by the way. Okay, so the energy is definitely lonely. It's definitely feeling lost and alone, and something horrible happened, and I keep singing to you like I'm a mom, and I want to soothe your wounds. And so it is really like pulling at me maternally, personally. So maybe you lost a mom, maybe you lost a mother figure in your life. I'm definitely feeling that, actually. And then I just heard again, and do the next right thing. Because it really is, like, if you are grieving, it is all about just putting one foot in front of the other before, like, oh my goodness. What is it? Ava Perón. I quote a lot of musicals. I don't know if you can tell. But Evita. It begins with, it's set in Argentina, and it shows a group of people in the community, because she was a famous like politician or politician's wife, that kind of thing. And so when she passed away, some people really took that to heart. Obviously, she represented so much. And so you see a lot of the people in the community dancing together and crying together. And there's something to be said about, you take one step excuse me, and you can take one step with other people who are grieving too, and you can release that sadness together. But they're still doing the motions of dance. Like there's still existence, there's still movement, and you're just moving that energy out of you. Yeah, okay. So now I'm really connected with the sadness, which is probably the energy that's underneath all of that stingy anger that I was feeling in the beginning. Because remember how irritated I was? Usually that's masking. It's like anger is a comfortable feeling to go to right away. You know, something's annoying, something you don't understand, something. But then once you get that energy out, and sometimes it's in unproductive ways that actually do more harm and create more hurt and more feelings of shame and guilt and stuff. And so that can build, it can contribute to the feelings of sadness and isolation and oh my gosh, I'm a mess. And so then usually the next feeling that your body comes to is sadness or a loneliness or those more muckier, hard to describe emotions, until you get familiar with the emotions. But if you're the King of Cups in reverse, you might not necessarily be the most aware of the various emotions that exist and why they do and how they can help you as well as how they can hurt you. How you express them can hurt you and help you. That's what I meant to say. Emotions in and of themselves are part of being human. So in that regard, they are validated. They are allowed to exist. They are supposed to exist. It's a marker that you are human. But, there are positive ways to express it and not so positive ways to express it. I have a lot to say to this deck. I've got a lot to say. But I also just want to sing to you. I am lost, but I'm bummed. But I must go on and do the next right thing. I think I'm called to sing a lot for this pile because there's this inability or this inability to communicate effectively how and why you feel the way that you feel. And so sometimes when you are at a loss for words, or your words often come out wrong, or they don't do your feelings justice, sometimes the best thing you can do is listen to music. It can be without words. It can just listening to piano is usually what soothes me the most. But hearing somebody articulate your own burdens is also very valuable, right? So if I'm pulling in all these songs and I definitely am called to sing them to you, like perform them for you, there's a need for healing, and it definitely resonates with the voice. Like you feel locked up, and perhaps me singing outwardly is what's helping you relax and open up your voice. And I just saw 1111, by the way. Like that's the idea that I'm feeling here, like very actively, is that my voice is meant to heal you right now, like in this pile, whoever is tuning in. And do the next right thing. So that usually, okay, I'm gonna get sound healy and stuff, but like that crescendo, that going up is usually like a prayer going up to the sky. Like there's that idea of like reaching out to the heavens, like asking for help. So I'm still getting this big sense of needing like support and needing prayers answered and needing to have help come in for you. And asking for it is a very big part of that, but you got to be vulnerable. And I think that came out in this. No, that was in the last pile. Oh, it wants me to read though. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Am I getting like sticky energy or am I doing all right? You're doing okay. Okay, all right. Okay, Ten of Pentacles. Oh, I went right to it again. Okay. Yeah, burden, loss, loneliness, and judgment. Oh, now I'm pulled towards loss. Yeah, so I'm reading for someone who's grieving. And now I'm pulled towards red. So it's a family member. Okay, no, stick with me. Okay, so red is the root chakra, it's the foundational energy, and it's often family. That's why I start my paintings with the color red, because I'm rooting myself, I'm grounding myself. Material, help me. Okay, well I'm pulling out. I just saw writing, but then I was also getting this feeling of grandfather, grandmother, altar, and then I just repair. Okay, it's coming through. Oh, maybe you can repair something by writing. Maybe you can repair your heart, repair your own sense of burdens, your own grief by just writing it out. I know, oh yeah, I'm singing to try to get you to express or to help release that. But you can also do that by writing. So if you need to physically do something and get in that flow state, similar to like dancing with a group, remember like Argentina, when I mentioned, yeah, writing, just start simple. Don't, I don't think right now is a time to get out of your comfort zone or try new things. However, if you feel called to it, do it. But I think you need to just write down that you feel lost and you're scared. Stuff like that. I just got a vision of like food again. I burped and I was like, what's that? And and indigestion and food. And I remember that there's like, please, can I have some more? I do a lot of work with eating disorders and like people that have eating disorders, and I work for a nonprofit who advocates for eating disorder awareness and prevention programming for kids specifically, and adults actually. And so like I'm always brought into this energy of where I felt when I was most lost and like eating disorders. And when you have an eating disorder, especially anorexia, you're very prone to wanting to take your own life. Like the depression is so bad. And I did lose a couple friends through that as well. But you might actually be sitting in poverty right now and you don't have money and you don't have food. And that can also be, it can be, I heard a wake-up call. And so you do the next right thing. So like if you're feeling overwhelmed by maybe you don't have money and you can't provide food for yourself or others, and the thought of asking for help feels like you're admitting that you made a mistake and you didn't make financial decisions that were good. Doing the next right thing. Sometimes you need to ask for help. Sometimes you need to say, hey, help. Hey, I'm so sorry. I'm going through a rough time. Yeah. My mom growing up taught me to kind of just like put out and ask for a financial miracle every now and then. And you would not, or maybe you would know, but you would not, like the amount of times I have done that and it has worked. So if you are finding yourself in that position, and I'm still hearing clear as day the Frozen 2 song, I am lost, and do the next right thing. But it's like a wail, it's like a scream, it's like a please. And I'm just hoping like this message reaches some, like the people that it needs to, because I'm really like, someone out there needs it. And that sounds cocky to me though, like something I say is so important. But if anyone was feeling how I felt during my darkest days, I hope that they find this and that they connect with it, because like I want them to hear it from someone who knows it, that it is possible to make it through those feelings. And it's not always possible to do it by yourself. And it's a part of like humbling yourself a little bit, but it gets you what you need and want. You want connection. You want love. You want it. You want it so badly, but you're afraid. And I want you to know that it was the best decision of my life that I had support around me. And I didn't always ask for it either. It didn't feel like I asked for it, but I must have been internally just putting out these sirens, these wee wee to the universe to be like, someone send me a friend. And so I'm hoping if you sent out for a friend, if you really need just someone to like tune into, I hope like this found you, and I hope it connected with you. So yeah. Okay, I want to end it. This has been a long one. I felt like I was talking to myself or something. Oh, and now it wants me to read upright. I love that. We love that. Gosh, I'm judging it. Excuse me. 10 of Pentacles upright. It goes right to it, I swear. Okay. Upright. Wealth, achievement, family, and satisfaction. All right. Benefits. I just saw that word clear as day. Benefits. But how do they focus on it? What should you be focusing on today? Family. What's around you right now? Support. The puppy. And just one step in front of the other. Gotta shape up, 'cause I need a man, and my heart is set on you. Better shape up. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Let me love the way you do. Okay, pile number 2. That's it. I'm done. Peace out, man. Okay? I hope that connected with you in some way with the positive, and I just hope you have a friend. Find a friend. I'm here. Okay. All right. Bye, guys. Y'all are gonna see me just chow down on these cupcakes for a second. Chug, 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 chug. Only for cupcakes. Okay, that was just icing, but I'm double checking. Pile number 3. Took me a bit, huh? Don't mind me. I needed to take a break. You'll have to excuse my breathing too. I don't think I have tissues here. Okay, give me a second. Oh my gosh, I've got crumbs all over everything. Okay. Alright, dear angels and guides of the highest truth and compassion, please fill with light over here. Help me focus on this last pile. And doing a job well done. I'm kicking plastic things. Sorry about that. Alright, so pile number 3, your card was the Raccoon in reverse, which is often associated with like an artistic energy and a creative energy. And I'm definitely feeling like this more. I heard Slumdog Millionaire, and I did not see that movie, so I don't want to quote it or mention it because I might not have the right idea. But I was thinking it kind of like slum, as in you're a bit of a mess. You're a bit kind of all over the place, a bit messy, because like I was eating my cupcakes, I'm burping, I've got, I'm making a mess everywhere, I've got crumbs. There's a bit of like this dishevelment energy. It's in reverse, like the creative energy is in reverse. So maybe you're not even creating, you're not even putting energy out there. You're just making a mess. You're just like creating chaos or something. Maybe you're creating a mess is what I heard. With all due respect, I also heard. So appreciation. Be willing to express your gratitude. All these are about gratitude today. So it seems like all 3 decks need to focus on gratitude. All right, and appreciation to the people you care about. But this specifically is about the people you care about. Tell them regularly that you love them. Thank them for the things they do for you. Enjoy giving them little gifts that will please them and show them how much you care. So first of all, what I heard is maybe you're making a mess and you're not cleaning up your messes. Maybe you're making a mess of a situation and you haven't come clean about it. That's what I also heard. So there's a need of, okay, cup of tea in reverse. So I'm getting the sense that maybe there was something that happened where there was like gossip, because it's in reverse and now I'm seeing it sideways. Patience and reassessment. I'm gonna read about the cup of tea before I say the next wrong thing. Yeah, I keep thinking like you are a mess. Sorry, I thought there was gonna be more with that. The reason I said it like that was I was wondering, like, do you feel like you're part of a mess, or no, you are a mess. You are a mess. You're a mess. Like, you need to pull it together. But like, patience and reassessment, gifts. Okay. I think you're not focusing on your strengths, or you're not using your strengths in a way that could benefit everyone. I'm still not getting cup of tea. Why do I say it in reverse? Maybe you said something you shouldn't have, because that's how I'm getting, like, you're a mess. You can't find anything. Oh my goodness. I wish these were labeled or something. Oh my god. Oh, I found it. A cup of tea provides you with a moment of quiet. Savor the process and stay present. This brewing takes time, just as tricky situation takes time to develop. A quick reaction may not be the way to go. Have patience and let things ripen. Just as an infusion of herbs takes time to come to full potency, magical work rarely produces instantaneous results. Remember, a watched pot never boils. Let it do its own, or let it do its work in its own time, and trust in your process. Use the time to reflect on the situation and how you feel about it, and reassess your perspective. That sounded very important. The cup of tea card reminds you that perhaps all is not as it seems. And now I'm going to read the raccoon. Okay. Talented, shadowy, in hiding. When out of balance, competitive, and a starving artist. Told you it was a creative energy. Okay. Raccoon energy is at play within all artists to greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. Other times it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I am ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. Yeah, so there's a lot with like fixing messes, fixing current situations is what I'm feeling. And a lot of that's what you need to be focusing on, is the current mess, and reassessing and shifting your perspective. And like, I'm hearing like meet with people, talk with people, and like, I'm not getting, at first I was thinking it was like a gossip, like maybe you got in a mess and you said the wrong thing. I think there were some words that happened and there are some regrets regarding communication. That's what I'm getting a sense for. And I do get the sense that your energy that I'm reading is in hiding, and it is pulled back, and it is kind of like withdrawn. And I think that it's because there's a little bit of embarrassment for whatever took place. And you're not sure how to move forward with it. And so the advice is show appreciation. That is the straightforward advice, is to clean up this mess. You first show appreciation. You show that gratitude, and then you can sift through and you do the next right thing, which was a carry on from the last deck, or the last pile as well. This is a very straightforward energy though. So that's the good news, is it seems very simple to deal with. Now I will say there's an aspect of something that happened, the mess that was created was based in old wounds. This is labradorite. This is known for like helping to heal trauma. And so I'm feeling like there's like this shadow self that keeps popping up in this reading where it needs to be dealt with. It needs to be looked at. So like the perspective needs to be looked at. Okay, let's call it more. Lepidolite. Recall your dreams. So weird. How close is that to this one too? And I called them differently. Let me read more about this one. Lepidolite. 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 Okay. Da 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 da. Ba da 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 bum. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. That's from Sweeney Todd. Like the con man who was selling like snake oil. That kind of thing was just popping up for me. Okay, recall your dreams. Maybe like you said you were going to do something and then you didn't do it. Like that's just something like that. Yeah. Okay. Recall your dreams. Discover a new dimension of yourself by tapping into the power of the invisible dream world. There is so much information accessible to you within the symbols and storylines of your dreams. They offer a deeper method of understanding and self-reflection, a way to expand beyond the physical realm and learn from your subconscious mind. Start by asking yourself a question before you go to bed and see if you can work out the answer in your dreams. When you awake, write down all the details you can recall. Making this a regular practice will allow you to assess the subconscious information about yourself. So even in your hiding, you can do self-reflection through your dreams. That's definitely a thing, is dream work. Cup of tea up right now, but I thought I just read it, but it's like, nope, read it again. Get back in there. It took me forever to find it before. Are there lessons you can learn from a difficult situation that you haven't considered yet? So that's the question they want you to ask right now. Try to lead with that going into your dreams. That could be very helpful. I'm like, my energy for this deck is like, yeah, I don't want to. It's like, oh my God. Okay. All right. I just want to move on. Okay. No, I just want to move on. That's the energy I'm getting from this. There's like a, no, which is why, like, I guess you can't avoid your dreams and you can't necessarily control them either. So like, maybe they're like, look, we're going to get you. We'll get you in your dreams. We will get you to look at this, like this information. We will get you to look at this situation. That's what I'm getting from like your spirit guides. They're like, look, we're going to get you. So you might have insomnia, which by the way is common right now because of the full moon. Like we're still kind of like feeling the energy. It depends when you're seeing this, because this is like a timeless reading. But at the time that I'm writing this, at the time that I'm making this video, it is the full moon. It's like the wolf moon. I'm still hearing clear as day the Sweeney Todd, was it Willie's miracle elixir? Does it in a trick, sir? True, sir, true. Does Pirelli simulate the growth, sir? What to do? But that's in my head. And there's like this showman. Like I'm getting the sense that maybe you like showboated a little bit, or like you said that you would do something. I keep hearing that you said you would do something and you didn't do it. You're snake oil. Like you didn't follow through. You didn't do it. I'm hearing that quite clearly, is you didn't do it. But I'm not hearing it in like a justice way, like I didn't do it. I'm hearing it like you said you would do something. You promised you would do it and you didn't do it. You lied. You lied. And I'm like pointing at the raccoon who was like hiding and masking and being like, no, no, but I didn't. And there's like this shifty energy, and it's all rooted in like you don't feel comfortable. No? Thank them for the things they do for you. I'm pulling in a situation here, and so I don't want to deal with that right now. That's my energy, huh? I wonder if this is my pile. No, it's not my pile. Ought to do. Clear as day. Ought to do. Something you need to do. Show them how much you care. That's what you need to do. Is you need to show them how much you care. You need to show them you appreciate. And you need to show them often. Because whatever you did, whatever mess you're in right now, what should you be focusing on? You need to focus on showing appreciation. You need to focus on like showing you love them. Showing you care is so important. That's what I'm hearing. There's like so much emphasis is like show you care. There's also like gift giving, like even the cup of tea, like maybe just give someone a cup of tea, like without them asking, like try to think ahead of time and like do the things. And especially if someone like offers you like, hey, can you do this thing? If you want to show that you care, especially if you messed up with this person, do the thing right then and there. Do it. Like use that as the motivation to get out of your messy life. Like whatever your mess is, recall your dreams. They're gonna get you. The dreams are gonna get you. Like it will force you to look at this matter. So like I just get this sense that you're running. You're constantly like trying to avoid whatever this mess is. And I keep coming back to the cup of tea. Patience. Okay. Yeah. So like the running, you're like trying to get ahead of it. But I think you need to pull back and like obviously, ideally, you would just be patient with yourself and you would be able to pull yourself back. But I get this sense that your trauma response is like flight. And you're trying to like get away from whatever fires you might have set or whatever you created. I'm also getting this sense of a third party all of a sudden. Oh, I'm getting a sense of a third party. So maybe for some of you, there was another influence on this relationship or situation. I just heard it did not go as planned. And you caused chaos is what I just clearly heard. And now I'm seeing broken glass. Like I'm getting this sense of broken. And I'm hearing, oh, it's funny. I'm hearing the Sweeney Todd song, but now it's further in the song and it's like the faster part where like Toby is like trying to convince an angrier crowd that no, it works, guys. No, it really does work. No, seriously. No, seriously. Seriously, no, seriously. No, seriously, it really does work. No, seriously. And then if you know that song, it ends with him being like, just talk to him. Go to them, they know. Yeah, so oh my god. So like I'm getting this so now I'm getting like this sense of a crowd. Even though I said like there's an influence on, I think that influence is actually kind of more of like a group of people. I'm still seeing 3. Are they 3 people? Yes. Outside of the situation? Yes and no. I heard yes. Actually, I'm hearing yes. So there are 3 people outside of whatever. And then I just heard, Misery Bay, are you okay? Which is a song I wrote. So Raccoon sounds like cocoon. Oh, stick with me for a moment. But there's like, and it has a mask. Like there's this hiding energy I'm still picking up on. And I think that's what that song is directed to, is the person hiding, like injured. But the person who is injured, the energy of the person injury. Something didn't work. Something fell through. They blame you. Say you're sorry. Give gifts. Give a gift. Give a gift is what I keep hearing. Gift specifically is very important. Give a gift. Maybe you're not good at the other stuff, but you are good at giving gifts. And I'm hearing, just say you're sorry. And then I heard, ought to do again. Like it's filtering through these songs. I'm getting the message slightly. Can I have a little bit more help? Okay. Moon Witch. Okay. Help me understand this a little bit more. These cards are... It's near it. It's sticky. Sticky. Okay. All right. First quarter. It is time to commit. Yeah, so I was pulling third-party energy. Okay, let me read about it. First quarter. You are being called to commit to your goals fully, 100%. It is time to go all in. Oh, well, maybe you are just an artist. Maybe there's not a mess. Maybe you feel like a mess and your goals feel like a mess and your life seems like a mess and you know. But yeah, the visible half of the first quarter moon represents actions, decisions, confidence, and commitment. The invisible dark side represents challenge. Challenges and every little bump on the road are an important part of the journey, so keep moving forward despite any obstacles or fears that may arise. You never know if something is a real challenge. It might be the universe playing with you and testing your commitment. So commit. Give it everything you have. Be unstoppable. Do not doubt yourself. So then your gifts could be literal gifts. But I am getting a third party. What is that? What is that? Help me. Help me help them. Tarot deck. Help me help them. I'm still not quite understanding. What is this third party? Just read that? Okay. It's 10, 11. I know Roman numerals. It's a 9. It's a 9 of cups. Okay, upright. The 9 of cups is sometimes called the wish card, and it foretells a dream coming true, an abundance of joy, hope, gratitude, love. Growing intimacy may bring a new partner to your food bowl. Okay, regardless of the form it takes, it's well-deserved and will bring great contentment. Okay. Now that's me in a different deck. What should you be focusing on? Show appreciation. Show off your gifts. Show appreciation to yourself. So, the devil. Okay. So there's a bit with, I said you were probably running from your dreams and running from these obstacles and your kind of flight. The devil is about addictions and obsessions and preoccupations, essentially. And the whole thing was to get you to focus on like showing appreciation, just like focus on others, get yourself out of your head. You can give gifts to others by doing things that you're really good at too. And that's like a win. That's like a 3 in 1, you know, like that's all. It's a win for you. It's a win for them. And it's a win for everyone else because maybe it's something you create. Maybe you are an artist or you, okay, I'm pulling more. Judgment in reverse. Yeah, okay. I mean, judgment in reverse. Judgment. I just want to double check. Judgment shows when it is time for self-evaluation. You are at a crux for reaching a new life and must purge those things that would hinder you from being renewed. It's in reverse. So self-doubt, rejection, blockage, and stagnation. Yeah, I was going to say you're afraid of judgment, and that's why it's... But that is also contributing to stagnation. So you're afraid... I get the sense you're afraid of rejection, mainly. Like if you put yourself out there and you put your gifts out there, someone's going to say, ew. Or, you know, they're going to make faces, and then you'll feel hurt. But I just heard the Sweeney Todd song, Miracle Elixir. There's this running energy because you also don't want to see their reaction. So like you'll say things really quickly to get them off your back, or like, but you don't actually mean what you say, and that's what gets you into trouble, because like you're saying things you don't mean, and then you're creating more problems and you're creating more mess. And it's like, why don't you just have patience? How about you just sit still for a moment, stop running away from your problems, deal with your mess. And now I'm feeling called to pick out another one. What's this one, really? King of Swords. Yeah. It wants you to rise in power. And I heard start listening to advice, but King of Swords is about like really... Yeah, okay, hold on. I'll read it instead, because I pulled right to it. Intellect, authority, strength, fairness. Yeah, like it's a very centered energy. Love the King of Swords for you. You could definitely rise into that instead of being the Toby in Sweeney Todd who's just like running away and just saying whatever. And I mean, there are other things that go into Toby's storyline, but you know what I mean. Your bad habit is doing this. It's running away. It's avoidance. It's also pulling in people that don't need to be in there. It's also pulling in energies and like getting people involved that do not need to be part of it. Now I'm getting this energy that this could be somebody else's though. You're running scared into somebody else's arms. Like you're running scared, and instead of dealing with the situation, you just try to find new people that are gonna love you. And so then every relationship you have is shallow, because you never get deep. You never sit and fix your problems. That's interesting. Yeah, there's an immature energy. Whose though? Gifts. It's just getting me. No, the whole focus of this is what you should be focusing on, and it's your gifts. It's not about this blame. It's not about what you did versus what they say you did, what you think you did, what they say you did. There is a need for self-reflection, but because you're just so stuck in this energy of running away, your tiny step that you can do, what you ought to do, is just focus on your gifts. Focus on what you can do, which is like, I'm going to read the Raccoon. It's pulling me to Raccoon again. Other times it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? Yeah, so, and then I was also getting this song of loneliness in my head, which came out in the last pile. So there's like, put out a prayer. Like you might be feeling really stuck. If you stopped yourself from running, there's this energy that you feel lost and scared. What do they need to release? What do they need to release to get... Oh, that came out very quack. That came out very quack fast. 8 of Wands. Wrong one. 8 of Wands. Jeez. My energy is just so scattered. I feel like a chicken with my head cut off. Running scared. 8 of Wands. I can't even find it. I can't find anything. Okay, well, we found the... Sorry. Okay, and it was upright. Action, balance, change, productivity. I already forget my question, though. What was my question? What would help them? What did I even ask? This is your advice. 8 of Wands. Now it wants to be reversed. Frustration, delay, mistakes, confusion. Yeah, I definitely feel super confused right now. I don't even remember. This is foggy energy, man. And I know it's late and stuff, but like, this is foggy energy. And all I can hear is like, I am lost. Choo. And I just get this sense of running around and running. And just like, it's not a fun energy. Oh, hi. 8 of Swords. Okay. 8 of Wands. 8 of Swords. Oh, and I went right to Swords, so there you go. Isolation, imprisonment, disappointment, and trapped. And now it's pulling me to the 8 of Wands again. And I already forgot what I was looking for. 8 of Wands. Eight of Wands, upright. No, reverse. Frustration, delay, mistakes. Frustration. I'm pulled to the word frustration. You're frustrated. Eight of Swords. I'm going back to Eight of Swords. You're frustrated. I'm focused on like the main topics. Frustrated and isolated. But I feel like all of a sudden I just forget everything. Like any words of advice that come in, I'm just like, huh? What? Two of Swords. Yep. And so I keep pulling advice and stuff, but like it's like, oh, it's not sticking. Two of Swords. Intuition, compromise, indecision, stalemate. And I'm pulled towards intuition. And that's why it keeps wanting you to go to your dreams. So it wants you to start listening to your intuition. Sorry, I found an injury on me. Yeah, okay, you know, now that I'm looking at it, look, they have their eyes completely covered. Both of them. So, like, there's this running around, and we were talking about the mask of the raccoon. So there's just, like, this, you don't want to see what's in front of you. You don't want to see it. And your dreams are going to make you see it. Your heart can let you see it if you start listening to it. And you can do things to tap into your heart as well. I'm getting the sense, 10 of Pentacles again. Yeah, bring in some support. I read this in the last one and I kind of remember it, but I'll read it again in here. That popped out right now. And it's definitely about like having support in your life, wealth, achievement, family, and satisfaction. So like reach out to your family. My God, I've pulled so many cards for you to try to figure out what's going on, and I'm still... Okay, Cup of Tea, patience, reassessment. Patience is the big one. You really got to pull back for a moment and just like sit, focus on the gifts, your gifts, use your gifts. I still want to pull more cards though. I'm like, but wait, but... Maybe, I wonder if like you're looking for a quick fix. Something that will repair whatever happened. It wants me to keep that out. That's interesting. Oh, okay. So it wants this one instead. The World in Reverse. Cat Tarot. The World in Reverse. Oh my gosh. I found it. World in Reverse. Upside down, a full vessel spills. Shortcuts or a lack of closure may cause a feeling of incompletion, like a bowl with only one kind of kibble. What have you avoided, missed, overlooked? Look closer and fill in any gaps. Yes, it's saying what I'm saying. It's saying what I've been saying. It wants me to pull more. Where? This one? Oh, okay. This deck. It wants me to pull more. Oh my God. Five of Pentacles. All these Pentacles are coming out. Went right to it. Five of Pentacles, upright. Isolation, poverty, poor health, insecurity. Isolation. You're isolated. You're in hiding. Ace of Cups. Reverse. Reverse. Sadly, the reverse Ace of Cups brings heartbreak, a lost sense of spirituality, empty feelings, and empty bowls. But there's room for learning. Be willing to look inward to explore your own insecurities and self-doubt, and keep an eye on people making outsized emotional demands on you. Yeah, so learning. So even though you're feeling isolated, that's when you focus on your gifts. And now I'm reading the World and Ace of Cups are in reverse, both of them. And if they were upright, you would be going on like a beautiful emotional journey, something that really feels fulfilling emotionally. And then the world is your oyster if it's upright. So like the key to that, you're feeling isolated, you're feeling alone, you're feeling targeted in some way, is to focus on your gifts and what you can do. That is what you should be focusing on right now. Okay. Am I done? No, it keeps wanting to tell you stuff. The Fool in reverse. Yeah. So you're not starting a journey. You're just kind of stagnant. You're just kind of stuck. You're just stuck in your own loop, going and avoiding. You're just like, because you're avoiding so much, you're not able to see the good things. You're not like, stop running. Like, just like pull back your energy. Your journey can start. Why am I not believing that? I heard they screwed up. They did or you? They did. I did. We both did. It's screwed up. I screwed up. I screwed up. Then you just have to be appreciative. You have to like show appreciation. King of Wands. Yeah, it keeps, okay, right. Yeah, the empowering energy is it keeps pulling you back to King of Wands. You can manifest. You can do these things. You can do it. So that's the self-doubt pulling in. Should I read the Fool? Even though I know they're Fool. I know the Fool. Should I read it? Oh, yeah, it's the first one. Okay. It's in reverse. So carelessness, negligence, uncertainty, and apathy. And going back to their... you can't even see your own energy. This is such a confusing energy. I'd be frustrated in this energy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and it's all trauma. Like, because I'm hearing that. I like putting out a prayer, wanting a friend. All right, King of Wands is what would do you some good. Oops, I went the wrong way. Not surprising for this deck, for this pile. Okay, King of Wands. Influence, respect, leader, maturity. These things are in your future. Just like, you can be a better person. You can do things. You can make them right. You can thank people. You can be appreciative. You can, all the things, like the good things that you want to be, you can be. You just start being it. You've got to start making amends. You've got to start looking at what you did, the negligence. You've got to start creating a future that you do want. You've got to start asking for help, is what I heard. It's mature to ask for help. Why am I so annoyed about it? So annoyed at this energy. It's so much. Just grow. Is that it? I'm cleaning up. Apparently that's it. Okay. Oof. That was... I have never pulled so many cards. Look at how many cards it wanted to pull. It's like, look, yeah, there was an injury as a child, is what I'm getting this sense. And it affected you, and you don't want to ask for help. And so you're just kind of trying to ignore the situation, and it became a habit. And I forget, it's just like, you have to commit to an action, commit to a desire. You have to say, I do want this, I don't want that. And then you'll reach your forward momentum, and then you'll reach maturity and fulfilling your goals and stuff, and you can start your journey. Jesus. Oh my goodness. I hope that helps. Okay, pile number 3. Yeah, so focus on your gifts. Focus on what you can do. There's like an aspect of self-love in here where like you need to accept yourself. You need to know that you can do things. You can do the hard things. You can be in the discomfort and you will survive, okay? All right. Okay, pile 3. Good luck out there.